Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite scales. Okay, so today we're going to talk about melodic minor, which I've kind of talked about before in a previous video, but today I want to be a little bit more in depth on it, a little bit more specific. So the way that I like to play melodic minor is I like to play it as a 6-note scale. So if I'm playing B flat melodic minor, for example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the 4th note. So I'm not going to play the E flat. I'm going to play every other note in the scale except for the E flat. So that means I'm going to play B flat, C, D flat, F, G, and A. And it's going to sound something like this. So you can kind of hear that third between the D flat and the F gives you an interesting sound. Another thing that I like to do is I like to play this scale starting from the 5th or the 7th, and that usually gives you this kind of sound. You might recognize that sound as the sound of your altered scale, and yes, that is kind of what I'm playing here. I'm playing the sound that you would hear on an altered dominant. For example, if I was on an A7, I would play this B flat melodic minor scale starting from the A, and usually I would play it going down. And that would give you that kind of sound. But you can also use it on just about any chord you can imagine. For example, this same scale, this B flat, also works on F major. It can be F major with a sharp 5, which is kind of interesting. There's all kind of applications for this scale, but the first thing I would recommend is just learning the scale, basically taking your melodic minor scale, removing the 4th note and playing it from the 5th or the 7th, and that gives you this great sound that has so many applications. Also, a little addendum here, I like to call this scale melodic minor instead of calling it the altered scale, because that way I only have to think of one scale. As opposed to thinking of the A altered scale and the B flat melodic minor scale or the F major sharp 5 scale as 3 different things, it's one thing, and you can play it on a whole bunch of different sounds.